Well, it was 20 years ago at this spot, just up the street from Canada's busiest shopping centre on Boxing Day, one of the busiest of the year, that a shooting shocked the country. 15-year-old Jane Creba was out with her family on Boxing Day 2005 when she was caught in the crossfire. A shootout between rival gangs left the teenager dead and 6 others hurt. One of the gunmen convicted of her shooting, now 43-year-old Jeremiah Valentine, was released on full parole back in January. Now he's allegedly struck again.
He has been out a grand total of 6 months and 17 days.
Valentine was arrested this week and charged with first-degree murder after he allegedly shot and killed a 33-year-old man at a public park in downtown Montreal.
Before we jump to conclusions, we really need to know what the parole board was looking at when they released him.
In 2009, Valentine pleaded guilty to the second-degree murder of Creba, which resulted in a reduced life sentence with no chance of parole for 12 years. In its decision granting parole, the Parole Board of Canada noted a 2021 psychological assessment had warned Valentine had the highest level of risk, a 76% chance of reoffending, for 5 years after release. But the Parole Board also found he'd made observable and measurable changes in values and taken full responsibility for his crimes. Of the 4 men convicted in the Jane Creba shooting, 3 have been released. All 3 have since been rearrested and charged with gun violence or drug trafficking.
Being lenient on these types of offenders is a public safety issue.
Kate Alexander launched a support group for victims of crime last year after allegedly being beaten nearly to death by her boyfriend in 2021. He was never prosecuted because the case took too long to go to trial.
I'm sorry to say this, there are bad apples out there, and we do not manage them correctly in Canada.
Canadian courts are backlogged and prisons are full, and studies have shown tougher sentences typically do not produce lower rates of reoffending. But violent crime has been rising in Canada, and under pressure, the federal government has promised to introduce new legislation this fall with stricter bail conditions and sentencing for some crimes. Jeff Semple, Global News, Toronto.